Hi everybody, welcome to Monday Morning English with myself, Ruth Pringle, and I'm once again talking to you from Blue Noun Language Hub, which is a small independent English language school based in Crieff in Perthshire. And perhaps you don't already know this about us, but we began as a small language school offering immersion weeks, so English language holidays. People would travel to us. We've got a community of homestay hosts throughout Strathearn, but mostly Crieff based, mostly within 5 or 10 minutes walk. And what we tried to offer was quite an exclusive, like a maximum of 4 people at a time, come and share this small but lovely space with us and take part in some more traditional English learning in the morning. So working from different sources, conversations, like drilling any errors, like just kind of pushing people's English into the next level through fairly traditional English conversation classes and error correction. And then in the afternoons, jump in my car and go and explore the area. So we're lucky where we are. We have a massive selection of things like castles to explore, and beyond that, more specialist things, not just kind of Scottish themed things, but there's a local Cultibragan prison of war camp, which has been converted into a kind of community of micro enterprises, with each of the former Nissan huts housing an individual micro enterprise. So it's quite a fascinating place to visit, just in terms of the history of the space and the people who it housed there, which during the Second World War included quite notorious Nazis. And then now the way that this kind of almost redundant architecture has been repurposed and turned into something that's just like a fantastic boon for not just the local economy but for micro enterprises. So it's typical of the sort of things that we visit. We do some of the kind of fun Scottish stuff, castles and things. But we also like to look at the kind of social things, like not just show you the town from a touristic viewpoint and make everybody wear like see Jimmy hats and or hey Jimmy hats and eat haggis and do like traditional what you expect from Scotland visits. We do more. I mean, there's a place for it, you know. We like to share some of the food and the traditions, and that does include haggis and vegetarian haggis if that's on your agenda. But we're more likely to mix it up with like a different culture, like a more multicultural and less bound traditions, and more exploring what contemporary Scotland is. You know, contemporary Scotland does include sitting around eating haggis, but really haggis pakora, for example, that's a wonderful example of something that's more contemporary culture and is more what we're around. So you can go to certain Indian restaurants and get yourself some haggis pakora. Where was I? Castles, haggis pakora, non-traditional Scotland. Right, so just looking at not just Scotland as the tourist board want to present it to you, but looking at Scotland through like slightly culturally critical eyes and examining what's happening in our local communities, what are the politics and the ripples within the small towns that you'll be visiting, how are creatives living within these cultural economies, like to what extent is tourism necessary to survive as a creative, and to what extent is there some element of compromise involved in that. Are they making pieces for a tourist market, or are they genuinely making the artworks that they want to, which is supported by the numbers of kind of culture hungry people visiting our region? They're open questions. We'll help you find some answers for yourself, but we're certainly not going to lecture you about it it's just, this is the kind of cultural tourism I feel I would be interested in if I was visiting a place. And I kind of think that now the people that we work with are interested in that. So I began by talking about the language school and what we used to do, and the language hub, and you know how it is a exclusive kind of holiday destination for immersion English. Well, what happened was a big old pandemic happened, and we had to slightly pivot our business and work out a new direction of reaching people and getting our English learning to people. And so I shall tell you part 2 of the story next Monday morning English class. Bye for now.